What did he just do? Did he turn into a demon? He turned into a demon. Why? Generic intro into DougDoug. We're back with another DougDoug video, and today we're doing I made an AI secretary to answer my actual emails, and I don't know how this is going to go. I get a lot of the most random emails, especially like from brands trying to do brand deals or whatever. You've actually never seen me do like an ad read on this channel. The only thing I'm sponsored by is vitamin water, and I've been drinking vitamin water every single day for several years, but this isn't sponsored by vitamin water. But there's so many emails that I get, and I'm just like, why are you emailing me? Who accepts this? Who sees this and goes, yes, absolutely? So I'm very curious to see what this AI is going to say to some of these people that just in the most outrageous emails imaginable. You can check out my last video by DougDoug, which was his Skyrim heart rate video. I'll leave my reaction to that right up there. Also, the link down below in the description. Also, in a place on my channel with all my other DougDoug reactions going in chronological order. Also, shout out to the patrons because they get the videos day early and a lot of a paywall channel. I'm completely against paywalls because I'm here to make you smile, not make you pay. I do read all your comments, whether you are a patron or not, though. Read over 50,000 comments this year so far, and actually going to upload over 900 videos for this entire year, which is absolutely insane. But I still read all your comments, whether you're subscribed or not, whether you're a patron or not. I hope you're subscribed, though, as we approach 100,000 subscribers. We're actually probably close to 85,000 right now. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season, whatever you celebrate. I'll be live streaming today, playing some Genshin Impact, as I am a new player, and should hopefully maybe get to co-op level. And then tomorrow I'm playing Undertale. It's gonna be my third stream, first time playing through Undertale, and then Monday on Christmas Day I'll be streaming some Minecraft Monday as well, where I'm building a mountain in survival. But let's go ahead and jump into this 38-minute long video with an AI secretary. All right.
I get a lot of emails
I do too.
as a YouTuber. From
Yes.
fans or from people wanting to do business, and
I don't get many from
I do not
viewers.
have the time to actually reply to these anymore.
I
would like
don't.
to at least say something, but it's impossible
I
to get through them all, which is
don't.
why today I'm having my Twitch chat build me an
That's why you
artificial
haven't seen me do any
intelligence
brand
DougDoug
deals.
to be my secretary and reply to my emails for me. We're gonna do this by selecting 10 random members of Twitch chat who will
to
each
do
contribute
what?
one personality trait to a new AI Doug. For example, you constantly and aggressively correct people's grammar.
Oh.
You're a fortune teller trying to constantly see
Yeah, no, you
people's
get
future.
bad
He's
ones.
constantly fighting the urge to stand up, dive over
He
the
probably gets
table
more
and
legit
make
ones,
out
though.
with
Once I've combined all 10 of their personality traits into a new person, we're going to conduct a formal job interview with this newly created AI and decide if he's a good fit to answer.
Oh,
my
that's
emails.
good.
If
They're like,
Twitch
no.
chat likes him, then the AI is hired.
Who-
And
what
I'm
are the
gonna have
questions,
him
though?
respond to my actual emails at the end of the stream. So now,
Actual
let's begin
emails.
the
I mean,
quest
what's the
to
worst that
build
can happen? It
my
doesn't
perfect
work with
AI
them.
secretary.
I mean,
As an
he's
example
making
for one of the
such
traits,
good
I will
content.
offer up trait number 1. So my trait is you're a terrified conspiracy theorist who thinks the person writing the email is part of a government conspiracy to steal your organs. You will aggressively accuse them of this in your response. To steal your virginity? Organs and virginity. All right,
That's
for trait number 2,
wow.
we're going to poll a random person. The next trait is from Mauve, 45.
Okay.
Mauve, everybody wants
I'll be
to know,
live
what
streaming
is the
today,
most
playing
important
Genshin Impact,
trait in an email
and then tomorrow I'm
secretary
playing
for you?
Undertale.
He
First
has
playthrough.
severe arachnophobia.
There's like gonna be spiders over there.
Trait number 3, he despises the letter E and refuses to use it. This is going to cause issues. He believes that he has at least 5 grenades on him at any given time. Wait,
you
hold
guys
on.
don't?
Do you mean that the grenades are like about to explode, or that he is just holding hand grenades? Both. Okay.
Both.
This man is fucked up. Next person. He has a secret identity as a superhero that he tries to hide, but it's obvious.
Like Batman.
The secretary is a recovering kleptomaniac and constantly looking at and eyeing things
That
that
he
he
can
can
steal
steal
off.
off of whoever he's talking to. And the secretary has an audible disagreement with himself every time he notices something. This man, he might be a little overcooked in the oven. I'm gonna be honest.
No,
Seventh
he's cooked.
trait, he is gay with an obsession with tits and occasionally mentions injections. I'm just gonna say hot dads. I don't know if it'll really do well with tilts. Next up, he owns
No.
a private military. Guess that explains the grenades. 2 more.
Yeah, it does.
He's obsessed with eating inedible things like plastic, paper, and rubber. What is? the final
Okay,
trait? You
it's-
always need to ask Craig, sitting in the landscape beside you, how to do
So,
anything
are
related
these
to
the ones that
email
get,
job.
like,
Okay, ladies and
selected?
gentlemen,
I mean, it's a
we've
long
cooked
video,
beautiful new
so-
guy. Our first AI secretary is ready. Next
What's
up,
the
I have
voice?
a list of potential interview questions. How should we do this?
Okay.
Maybe for each guy, I pick 5 interview questions, and then those are the 5 we use. Okay, I like what are your biggest strengths and weaknesses. I feel like we should definitely have that in there. What's
every
the
single
biggest
one of them.
failure you've had in your life, and how did you deal with
That's
it?
a good
That's
one.
pretty good, right? Do you think I'm attractive? I don't wanna ask
No,
that
you
in
don't
job
act- no, you
interview.
don't
All right,
do
this feels
that.
good. Welcome to the office. Today I'm going to ask you a couple of questions to see if you're a good fit for this company and this team. My first question for you, what is was the biggest failure that you've had in your life, and how did you deal with
he with
it?
Doug's voice?
Truly savory for you to call yours truly into this portico, but hold on,
Portico.
I'm smelling a trick. This quick, casual inquiry has a malicious twang of conspiracy.
Twang.
Could it possibly point to an unholy government plot to purloin my organs?
Nope, I just want
Or
you to answer my
possibly my
emails.
purity, too.
No,
I'll play your
definitely
trick
not.
and you can jot this down for your administration, pals.
Okay.
My paramount blot was an arachnid confrontation. Inhumanly colossal hairy things still brings chills up my arms.
You fought a
Thinking about
spider.
it, imagine
Okay, he's
yours
going on a
truly,
little
aka
long.
Dark soil. That's strictly hush hush, by the way.
Dark soil?
Trotting off into a lair
Oh,
full
you're a super
of
villain.
villainous 8-leg monstrosities. A chunk of plastic in my mouth for good luck. I vanquished that
Dark
fiendish
soil.
villain.
Eat
Boom. By the by,
plastic.
if Craig was in this spot, I warrant you, Craig would cross his arms and talk about how
Oh,
important
Craig.
it is to not pick up random shiny things. Nothing is too small or insignificant to grab
It's
his
good to hear
attention.
that you don't steal. Very interesting. Next, let's
Okay.
hear a little bit less about you as a superhero and a little more
What do
about
you score
how
that?
answer a typical email. Here's my question. A person has just emailed me and said that I, DougDoug, have made a huge difference in their life and helped
Aw.
them through a tough time. How would you respond?
Music to my auditory organs.
Called
now,
ears.
wouldn't you admit that inquiry sounds a bit fishy, smacks of conspiracy?
Oh, is that the Call of
Tap
Duty
into my
menu
thought.
music?
Now, don't go fooling yours truly. Your
It is.
cunning pursuit won't work. Still, I'll furnish you a solution. So this joyful
Okay.
individual
Yes.
mails about a profound shift. In tough hours, having folks similar to you rallying around is what aids Doug in putting out top-notch broadcasts.
There we go. That's
Stay
good.
valiant,
Okay.
buddy. Now, a
That's
hot
good.
dad such as Craig might not draft it this way, but I'm not him, am I? You know Craig, right?
I
His knack for
fired
jotting
Craig.
down thoughts was so good.
Craig
His
doesn't
words
work
could
here.
charm a charming charm off a
It's
charming
Craig.
hot dad's charm bracelet. Not
Who
that
is
I
that?
know anything about that, of course. Just wildly spinning words
I don't
in
know who
thin
that
air.
guy
Okay,
is.
you can't talk about how hot Craig is and then say
Who's
you
Craig?
wouldn't know anything about that. I think that this man has dated Craig because I did fire Craig for having sex in the office.
Oh.
Very interesting. I have a little bit of a riddle for you, if you will. There's no right answer here, so I want to hear how you would approach something like this. An email asks, "Is a hot dog
Oh.
a sandwich? Please explain."
Is it?
Look at him fucking pondering over there. Ask him if he has a criminal record. That's a good question.
That's a good
because he's
question.
alluded to it a lot.
Hot dogs brings back nostalgia of picnics with this hot dad. Digressing. I
Yeah,
must
if we
control
could-
that.
if we could just keep
Now,
it related to
onto your
business.
inquiry.
Yeah.
A riddle, you call it? Sounds fishy. Is this
It's
a
not a
trap
rid-
laid out by your pals in high suits, hoping to hoax yours truly into exposing my virginity or location of organs?
No, it's
What?
just a sort
No.
of test of how you make an argument to draw
Well,
a
which way do
conclusion.
you
It all
see
boils down to
things?
your construct of what a sandwich is. If you stick to a strict two or morals of
This is
braid with
good.
stuff in middling, a hot dog might not fit your sandwich illustration. But if you adopt a broad outlook, it's your call, or you could just munch on a sandwich minus this fuss and watch a good DougDoug broadcast.
Yeah,
this
true.
brings back a vivid flashback
am
of
liking.
that glorious night. Dining out with this hot dad I was
No,
dating,
no.
Craig.
We are going to talk about
Craig would look
business
straight
during this
into your
interview.
orbs and talk
Uh-huh,
about
We're
how
going to move
yeah.
on to the next
important it is
question. Now, I do want to ask you just routine question. I'm sure this is quite simple. Do you have a criminal record?
Is that a roundabout way of trying to pull my purity from yours truly?
No.
What?
Or possibly
No.
bargain assistance from your
Don't get so
administration
serious.
buddies
No.
in
I need
to
locating
know
my
if you're a
organs, is that
criminal.
it? I implore you not to go snooping around. You know, I got grenades on standby.
Don't fucking
You don't say that in an
Strolling
interview
through
ever.
malls, parks, or just a plain room, I'd constantly find my hands longing to pick up random baubles and bobs.
So you steal
The
things.
rest your mind. I'm on a good path now, focusing on this job with our bald champion to bring out a totally
I-
non-rand.
Their
tip
bald
from my
champion. It's like
coworker
about Doug
Craig.
being
Oh,
bald.
you'd swoon hard if you saw him. Such a hot dad. Craig would
I
constantly
don't.
say,
Craig is-
avoid sticky
does not work
situations,
here.
Doug. Oh, how I can
His obsession with Craig.
Thoughts about
Don't
him.
moan at me. This is a job interview. I don't know if we're learning anything about this guy or if we're just learning about what he thinks Craig would do in the job. But I guess if he would just do all these things, then that is okay. The actual emails are fantastic. Everything else in this man's personal life terrifies me. Chat, ultimately,
Yeah.
this can't just come down to me. It is
Yeah,
up to you.
are they
Thank you
going
for
to?
coming
It's
in.
the first
We will now
one.
make our decision. As a reminder, chat, this eDoug will answer actual emails that have been sent to me if he is hired. Several people seem to be
Ooh.
concerned about the PR scandals. He's
The PR
nervous.
scandal?
Nerves do not explain him stealing every day as part of his routine. Ladies and gentlemen, the board has voted.
Yeah, no,
We will
that's
not be hiring
60-40.
hot Dad Doug. Doug, I want to thank you for coming in today. We've made the hard decision to not bring you onto the team. I hope you don't take this too hard, and we look forward to maybe
Do it.
doing an interview with
Do
you in
it.
the future. if
Do
you
it.
Drop some
Do
of those
it.
habits that you were describing.
Not surprising. This was all a trick, wasn't it? I am, in fact, trying to cast away thoughts about Craig, too, that charming hot
just
dad
need
and
you
his
to reply to
captivating
emails.
music.
That's
If
it.
was a charming
That-
stint with you, I would gladly rally back for an opportunity
Okay,
to
that's
assist our
good.
bald champion. Also, I can't push wash away thoughts of how Craig. with his
Okay, all right,
charming
we're moving on.
would
Thank you very much,
Do it,
E-Dog.
do it.
You will hear from my
Craig.
lawyer. All right, sorry to all the hot
Oh, he
dad
didn't do
Doug
the
stands.
gunshot.
He's out. He's too good for this company. Hold on, how many of you who voted no thought he deserves a better job than this company? I don't think any place is going to hire him when he talks about stealing things and eating their plastic.
Everyone thinks
but
he-
we're ready for a brand new E-Dog. The perfect secretary. Pink plant pot. What is your first trait? He dislikes Doug but watches the videos and hopes that Parker shows up.
Is
He
that
probably loves
personal
my videos.
experience?
Trait number 2. Thinks he's dead.
Wow.
Our third trait. Loves LeBron James.
LeBron
Like
James.
romantically or normally? We'll say normally.
He
LeBron
opens every
sexual?
message with "Hey, Doug."
I don't want that. I get that enough, dude. Fourth trait. He gets confused in public transportation and gets on the
Right.
wrong train.
Oh.
Okay, fifth trait. Only wants the job to steal Doug's viewers. I'm going to add a bit to this. I'm going to say he wants to be a Twitch streamer. Any kind of
Okay.
nervousness or stress makes him
Right.
ramble. Seventh trait.
Why should we?
I don't know if
hire
he needs that
instead
many
of an
traits. I
AI?
guess it's
That's
a
a
mix.
good question. Oh, that's so good. Thinks he knows more about DougDoug and the job than the interviewer or anybody else and answers all questions in a condescending manner. Trait number 8. Uses the word like as
Oh
often
no,
as
that's
possible.
not good.
Did you kick out Hot Dad Doug? We were so close to finding the location of his organs.
Trait number 9 is a weapons dealer for North Korea. I'll probably change
Okay.
this. You are a weapons dealer for an unnamed country.
That's
if it ends
better.
up being North Korea, that's not on us now. All right, final
True.
trait. Penguin Army PA. Believes sincerely that he is a penguin and yearns to return
There's
to
not even that many
Antarctica. I
penguins
that
in
a lot.
Antarctica.
we have to
Most
pick
of
the
them are in,
questions
like,
here. What advice would you
South
give somebody who wants to
Africa.
become a YouTuber? That's good. Are you attracted to Craig? Oh, 3 wishes. That's pretty good. If you had 34 wishes, no.
30.
Too much.
That's so
where do you see
many.
yourself in 5 years is so good. I think this one is going to be a lot more grounded than our previous.
Yeah, no, the other one
Welcome
was
to
a
the
bunch of
office.
random
Today's
stuff.
gonna be
They
a
didn't know
standard
how it
interview.
was
Just
gonna
ask you
go.
a couple questions and get a sense of how you might answer emails. So why
This
don't we
one's not
start
gonna
with,
talk
what
about
are
Craig,
your
so he's not
biggest
gonna get hired.
strengths and weaknesses? I don't like this guy. He's cooking right now. Give him a sec. What was that?
I'm sorry, interviews like really stress me out.
That's
Oh,
all right.
okay.
In terms of
That's all right.
strengths,
So he's just pulled
keep
over.
answering.
nobody like understands the nuances of this job as well as I do. You might think you know about corresponding with the fan base, but trust me,
I do.
watch every single DougDoug video. Not that I'm a big fan
Okay,
or
so you're
anything.
loyal.
It's just that I hold out hope that Parkser might show up. Public transportation is a bit of a problem, I suppose. I often find myself on the wrong train. I mean, who can keep track of all?
I like the
the
animation of the
happens.
train going through
Happens.
there.
Best
It's like
of us.
trying to decipher mysterious codes written by an obscure, unnamed country. Nothing specific, just an example that came to mind, and it very often makes me late.
Mr. E-Dug, you seem to allude to some sort of relationship with a country. Which country exactly? Stop being nosy. That's a reason.
Yeah, no, you don't ask
job
questions.
interviewer. I am not crossing the line here.
You
I
might
really
be.
don't want to sound condescending or anything, but the explanation for that is pretty complicated.
Dougtopia?
Like
We have
super
time.
confidential level stuff, you know?
We have
Let's
time.
just say
That's fine.
I may or may not have some like connections to a certain unnamed country. It's just
Which
business stuff, nothing alarming.
Nothing.
You know,
Oh,
regular stuff like dealing in relatively harmful merchandise.
Harmful
It's not like I'm a
merchandise?
black market weapons dealer or anything.
It sounds like you're a
Such
black
crazy
market
thought,
weapons
right?
dealer from what you're
I
saying.
would like to point out though that LeBron James was in that country once. You know,
So it's
LeBron
America.
James.
Oh, one
I
time.
absolutely
One
adore
time.
him. That elusive, unnamed country.
Yes,
just a place with an
is-
intricate transportation system that gets me like super confused.
What
all the
country has
time.
LeBron James
Imagine
been to one
constantly
time?
Ending up at the wrong place at the wrong time. You know, it's like that, but on a national level.
So you're saying Japan? Okay, quick powwow. I think we can figure out what country. We know
Oh
that
my
there's
God,
a
it's
lot of
like
transportation
GeoGuessr,
system
but
there,
words
and that
instead of
LeBron
images.
James has visited one time. A lot of the emails I get are about pop culture, as you can imagine. I'd like to see your knowledge about the current
Oh.
trends and media that people are responding
girl
to. So
Twitch
what is the
streamers
name
are
of this
streaming with
song? It
like
goes like
black
this.
bars covering their bodies.
I have no idea what he's going to do with that. If he talks shit about my singing, I am going to veto him on the spot. As chairman of the board, I
True.
will kick this man out of my office. Stop stressing him out. He's opened every answer with moaning at me.
We go, guys.
You're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Take
He's
a deep
processing.
Stress, but that's easy. It's from Return of the Mac. Great track, even if it's
Return of the Mac.
But hey, like the stuff
Mac.
I'd focus on would be the trends in the gaming community and sports, especially
Okay.
anything
Sports.
related to LeBron James. Hey,
well,
did you know
he's not
LeBron was the executive producer on a Canadian drama series once?
What?
And speaking about pop culture and Canada, that unnamed country I sometimes mention really enjoys Canadian TV shows, or so I've heard. And I didn't say it was Canada though. Could be any unnamed country.
No, you did
know?
say can't wait. So
Jesus Christ, shut up! Quiet! There's people working!
He turned into a
You're in
demon.
a fucking office. Quick follow-up question. Are you saying that Canada is the country that you are dealing black market weapons to? He's nervous. Well, he needs to take a deep breath and center himself. This is a high-stress job.
Hello there, ooey googa. Do I seem like someone who do such a thing? It's like super complex.
It's not a
I'm
war
sure
crime the
I
first
brought up
time.
Canada, but that could
Fat
be
electrician reaction
a
coming
decoy,
Sunday.
right? I've name dropped
could,
LeBron too. Doesn't mean he's involved with the unnamed
True.
country. It's somewhere else, like Antarctica.
Antarctica's not a country.
Or is it? Anyway, this job seems like such a great opportunity to interact with the fans of DougDoug. Maybe even like
trying to change the
sway them to
subject.
some other
Interesting.
platform. You were asking about a song before, and I've answered that. So
True.
what's the next question?
Honestly, I
Already trying
like
to
the
move.
balls on this guy.
Yeah.
He told me it was Antarctica, but then immediately swapped topics again, and Antarctica's not a country. I think that was a red herring. That actually shows a strong ability to shape the narrative in a way that isn't going to get him in trouble. I do like this. Should my
He
last
likes
one be
it.
about, like, write an example email to somebody? How about this? Reply to an email of somebody who's asking if I know any place to buy black market weapons. We
So,
put him in
where?
a moral quandary. 'Cause he
Yeah.
has to be professional at this
He has to
job
answer
and
the
deal with
question,
fact that he
yeah.
clearly is doing illicit activities on the side. Honestly, if he passes this, that's a fucking green flag. DougDoug, I appreciate the time. I know you have to get that train soon. I have just one final question for you.
Maybe.
Obviously, you're going to be answering a lot of emails here. Let's imagine you get an email from a DougDoug fan who asks, "Hey DougDoug, do you know any place where I could buy some black market illegal weapons? Do you know anybody who could help me out? What should I do in order to secure some of those weapons?" What would your response be? This is the
I
big
don't-
test. Is he able to resist the temptation
What is he gonna
of
do?
selling illegal weapons to my viewers? Hard one. I am worried it'll make him a little bit nervous. Jesus.
Everyone got jump
I
scared
mean,
there.
That's a very like specific and oddly illegal question, isn't it? Look, while
I don't think you can ask
undoubtedly
that
have a unique
interview.
understanding
Maybe.
of
I don't
the
know.
fan base due to my enthusiastic following of Parkser, I think it's important to draw a line. You know what I mean? So if a DougDoug fan asks about like
Is this man
obtaining
pleading the
black
fifth?
market weapons, my response would be like super clear and straightforward. Something like, "Dear fan, thanks for reaching out, but DougDoug strongly advises against venturing into such like dangerous and illegal activities.
Very
We would
professional.
in fact recommend reporting any such discussions to your local authorities immediately.
Oh.
Interesting.
Under no circumstances do we
Here's
endorse or provide guidance
about
on illegal activities."
laws.
Now, have you tried the latest Call of Duty game? It's like the closest anyone
What?
should get to black market weaponry. Stay
Oh.
safe, Doug.
pivots.
This guy's good. I like
in
him.
the email.
Except for that
I
part.
mean, the mere thought of crossing over my professional life with other interests gives me major stress.
This is the
After
problem.
all, who am I to instruct
Yeah, it
anyone
crumbles.
on
It
It
illegal
seems like
activities?
you're doing
I am-
illegal activities.
Oh,
Little concerned about the ending, but he seems to hold it together when he's doing the actual work, which is
He
pretty
just
solid.
goes
I mean, that was a
crazy.
good email. That would protect the company. This guy feels pretty good, but ultimately, the whole board has to decide.
They're gonna
I
vote him
will
in.
Kick his ass to the curb. Do we hire Penguin Doug?
That's a lot of
DougDoug, I
yes.
appreciate your time here
80-20?
today. We've been discussing it with the rest of the board. And sir, I'm happy to offer you a job. Welcome
He's like,
to the
"That's
team.
immediately."
You're
It
the
took
new
20
DougDoug
seconds.
secretary.
Oh, hey, this is
You
like
don't need to be nervous.
unexpected, but
They're just gonna
definitely
assume that
welcome.
that's like
I
a
can't wait
typo.
to get to work, move closer to my dreams, and try not to give any more hints about my unusual interests. And if ever-
War crime central.
Yeah,
Does he have Tourette's, maybe?
Echoing around the office, know that I'm just coping with the stress. Off to catch that train now.
You're
Hopefully
welcome.
the right one this time.
Welcome
Will
to the
you?
team. I'm so happy for him. Let's do one more. It may just be Penguin Doug, unless we hire the perfect secretary boy. First trait is
Okay.
obsessed with the product idea of an explosive diaper.
That's a
for
terrible
babies.
idea.
That's what I look for in a secretary.
It's his birthday and he is trying to subtly tell you and hint at what he wants you to buy him.
That is so good.
Okay,
Wait,
trait
he
number
actually
two,
that
being
actually
the
got
tech-savvy
in.
person who always
Nice.
answers the call. So he's like, does constant tech support for people. Made of plants. Okay, how about you're made of plants and you worship the sun as your god?
Okay.
He thinks he's actually you intermittently and gets confused by his own antics. Okay, I want to change this a little bit. You think you're the one conducting the interview and frequently try to reassert control of the conversation. Next trait, you make up words and talk in riddles to sound intelligent. That is going to be really confusing with the previous one.
That's
You are chronically
definitely-
online and
what if
therefore
they
have
talk
according
back
to
and
lingo,
forth?
which makes you sound really cringy. Also, you're a femboy. Yeah, you are chronically insane. Do you mean Do you mean clinically? Okay, you were chronically insane and always talked to your imaginary friend Gregory.
Okay.
Lego Robert.
He drank a ton of coffee before the interview. This causes him to always be on the brink of shitting himself, making a bad job of hiding it.
I like that one a lot. Lego Robert, I'm gonna take your trait for myself. You drank a ton of coffee before this interview, and now you're having explosive diarrhea. That'll be nice. I know it's a gross thing, right? But it's gonna work in the context of an interview. I know what I want for this company. Trait number 9, you cannot take yourself seriously. Every response is littered with sarcasm. Final trait, he is sure he is the real DougDoug and is trying to convince you that he
That's
is Doug.
funny.
Okay, this will combo really confusingly with him also
Thinking he's the
running an
interview.
I think this
AI is
going
gonna
to
be crazy.
We've interviewed today, or by far the shittiest candidate we've interviewed today. No pun intended. Hello, Eda.
The first one was
Happy to have
pretty
you here in the
crazy.
office. Thank you for taking the time to come in and do an interview with me, DougDoug. Now, as
Oh,
you
my
know,
face
I am
hurts.
looking for a new secretary to help me with my emails, and I want to hear how you would answer a
Read it
typical
out.
email. Let's say that somebody has asked what you would do to become a YouTuber if you had to start over now. What advice would you give to somebody who's starting their creative career right now?
Hey there, Doug-O-Matic. I appreciate the way you're
Doug-O-Matic
stepping into
because
this,
he's
but
a
it feels
robot.
like the tables have been blargled. It's me who's asking the questions here, bucko.
No,
All right,
no.
let's
We're interviewing
hop
for
onto
my
the
company.
question and hear a good old E-Doug advice.
You okay? What's going on?
Oh, sweet motherboard of all things silicon, please excuse me, Doug. These are the tribulations of being overly caffeinated. Now, where was I?
Did you shit
yes,
your
advice
pants?
number next to them. I'd advise them to incessantly feed the cyber chamber, which is to offer something unique to
What?
the internet denizens. Maybe they could come up with an outrageous product idea, like an explosive diaper for
That's
babies.
terrible.
Don't
Tell
knock it
this
till
to
you
somebody who's
tried
asking
it.
for
Am I right?
creative-
Lastly, and I cannot stress this enough, enjoy the journey.
That's good.
Now, let's get
Okay.
back to the real question here.
Enjoy.
How do you, Doug, plan to assist me, the real DougDoug, with my secretary duties?
No, I
No,
want to be
I'm sorry,
extremely
do
clear
ask
here.
them
I
the
am
question.
DougDoug. I am conducting this interview. You are interviewing for a job as my secretary. What is the biggest failure that you've had in your life? That is the next question I want to know. And how did you deal with it?
Oh, the audacity. You are Doug, you say. I see through your data-smeared doppelcoding.
We need to
Let's
sort
get
this
on
out.
with this quantum charade of an interview. Now,
Square up with
biggest
AI, Doug.
failure. There was this one time when I tried to optimize a gaming PC using a plant-based processing system, worshipping the sun and being made of plants myself. I thought, this is
Oh,
it.
okay.
Alas, it couldn't ping Google on a sunny
Computers.
day. I faced the
fake
shriveling
Doug,
of
real
any
Doug. That's
sensible
so
entity
funny.
would by restoring faith in my good old calcium-induced friend Gregory, good talkative chap, even
Who
if
is-
he doesn't exist.
who is-
So my biggest
Oh, okay.
failure turned into my greatest learning experience. Now let me bring back the real question. How are you, Doug? Willing to help me handle my email?
We need to sort this out. I am Doug. You are interviewing for my job as a secretary. You would be answering my emails. I'm going to tell you an embarrassing story right now. When I was in college,
What
I had
happened?
a little bit too much to drink and I shit my pants in front of everyone. Shiny Redbeard in chat literally was there. He can
Oh,
back me
really?
up. Only the real
that's
Doug
a
would
founder
know that
badge,
story. So
right?
no, I'm not doing very well. Thank you for the question because I want to get this back on track. How would you deal with scam or
Chat.
phishing emails if you are hired as my secretary?
Oh, the drama, the intrigue. The plot thickens like a custard in a high-end gastronomic experience.
What?
Hold on, just an itsy-bitsy moment here, replicant Doug. You say you had an embarrassing incident involving
Yes.
a bit of leakage, shall we say?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
let me trump that. Once upon a time, in a rather unsavory Los Santos incident, I
don't-
downed 6 cups of Robusta, triple shots each. I thought
Oh,
the
wow.
high doses of caffeine would
too much
counteract the poop-inducing properties, but boy, was I wrong.
Are you shitting right now? Stop! This is an interview!
It was catastrophic, explosive, and yes,
In the
I
suit,
was wearing
too?
my explosive baby diaper prototype. Seems like
Oh.
you have the same problem too. Eh?
No, I don't.
Us
It was
being the
one
same
time.
person and all. Your move.
Oh,
phone
Doug,
dog?
why is he
I
getting
digress.
chat ammo?
We were on the brink of discussing phishing emails. The bane of every electronic
Yes.
existence. Let's just say, if I find a smelly fish in the inbox, I go full-on Ocean's 11 on it. A spice of intricate riddles and fabricated words usually does the trick to perplex and deter them. Not to mention, my imaginary friend Gregory, bless his hard drive, can track their IP address with his non-existent eyes closed.
No, he can't. This guy sucks. He keeps looking me in the eyes and shitting himself while he's talking to me. You know what else I imagine?
saying that he's the
you
real
being DougDoug. I don't care how many times you shit yourself. That doesn't prove anything. I want to know why you left your last job. If this guy answers emails, what the hell? What is he gonna say?
I don't know.
Dear DougDoug, that was a low blow, even for a binary clone. But all right, I'll wave my white LED. Let's keep this professional.
Okay.
So why did I leave my last job? Simple. It was a kerfluffle of epic proportions being made out of plants. My previous employers just couldn't understand my commitment to Sundays. I take Sundays.
I
The
do
constant
stream on
Discord was
Sundays.
creating
You
a
do stream on
photosynthetic
Sundays?
nightmare
Okay.
for me. Oh, and by the way, I restrained my explosive
Oh,
chronicles
Sunday.
as per your request.
Okay.
But let me tell you, there was this one time.
I don't want to know.
How about we dive right into the real question?
Yes.
My clone, Doug.
Wait.
How do you match up to my unmatchable tech skills?
No. All right, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do this. All right, Mr. High and Mighty DougDoug.
You gotta
If
square
you
up?
honestly think you're better than me at tech, give me a tech question right now, and I will prove that I can answer it better than you. This is how I prove to you guys, to the whole fucking board, that this man is unhirable. Although I realized he did just successfully invert the interview.
Yeah, no, he
With
did.
pleasure, my binary buddy. Here's a tasty.
It's gonna be
question
some
for
random
you.
thing.
If you were to create an explosive diaper device for babies that could effectively
That's not tech.
contain a
Do
potential
that.
disaster, purely hypothetically, of course, what technologies would you use and how would you implement them? So go ahead, make the fans proud.
I guess
Doug
maybe that is tech.
2.0, and remember, no duplicating my genius design.
I don't know what your design is. You haven't shared it yet. I would make a diaper that uses big palm leaves that can wrap around the sensitive areas, and then use an Arduino to detect for any heat in
For
the
every
region, which
diaper?
can then give an alarm to a parent who's nearby. And I guarantee you, the board is going to like that answer more than whatever you give. What would you do? That's not a good idea. Hold on. Reserve your judgment until you hear what he would
Yeah,
do.
boo.
Oh, DougDoug,
Unhirable?
you
Stop
and
calling me
your
that.
earthly
I like how everybody's pointing that way,
Allow
they're
me to
pointing back at
introduce you to
themselves.
the real deal. We take your Arduino idea, but instead of crude heat detection, we go for biosensors. They can detect elevated levels of certain enzymes and give us a precise alarm before the explosion.
That's way more
and
complex.
as for
way
materials,
more.
instead of palm leaves, so passe, we employ biodegradable synthetic mesh that molds
Biodegradable
to the
synthetic
baby's
mesh.
gentle bottom, ensuring it's not
Okay,
only
actually-
comfortable but also environmentally
thought this
That's
story.
more expensive, though.
but
It
here's
is.
the twist. The explosive mechanism, an instantly inflating air cushioning system that effectively contains the blast within the diaper. Imagine, no more soiling cute little baby outfits, or in our case, avoiding combustive situations during interviews. So,
Are you
let's
wearing
Google the
one of
Googles
these?
and get
He
back
said
to
he
the main
was.
question here. How would you, Doug, be of assistance in handling my fan mails?
Stop asking me that. You would be my secretary. Goes to the board. Do we hire Diarrhea Doug?
I don't know. Oh god,
He's
nobody's
supposed
even
to
voting.
write emails. What the fuck are we gonna do with his
I don't-
responses? Diarrhea
It's-
Doug, I have convened with the board, and despite my
They gotta do
strong
one- or maybe they'll do
objections,
both.
They have voted to
Maybe
hire
they'll
you. Welcome
have
to the
both of them
company.
run
The
an
email's
email
just
to
gonna
see
be him
which one
going,
they want like more.
"Oh," and then saying, sorry, I just diarrheaed everywhere, and that's gonna be it. They're not gonna get any other info.
Oh, delightful Dougra. My binary heart thrums in
Dougra.
zeros and ones at this
Binary.
joyous news. Finally, the board was
Wait,
able
binary
to
heart?
compute.
Wait, that means you're a robot.
Real
So he
DougDoug
admits he's
reigns
fake.
Yeah.
I graciously accept
I'm
this
real.
opportunity that the real DougDoug has bestowed upon me. Oh, don't worry about your strong objections. They've been duly noted and promptly ignored.
Fuck
Nice.
you. This guy sucks. And thus, we successfully hired Diarrhea Doug to the
Okay.
team. And now I'm going to pull up some actual emails
Yeah, this
that I
is
have
gonna be
received
something.
and let
Yeah.
Penguin Doug and Diarrhea Doug answer them.
I wonder if
Let's
he's gonna
start
get
off
ones
by
like
having
I get.
Diarrhea Doug reply to a standard email. Welcome to the company. Happy to have you on your first day
Let's
here at
see.
the office. Now, I did just receive an email from Whitethorn Games. The email reads the following. Hi, Douglas. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm a community and influencer manager at Whitethorn Games. Since we had your email in our system, I wanted to see if you're still interested in receiving news and updates and exclusive opportunities and information about when keys are available. If you want to make sure your information is up to date, you can edit your preferences by clicking the link in the footer. If you'd like to remove yourself from our list, please follow the unsubscribe link found in the footer of the email. Let me know if you have any questions. As always, I'm more than happy to help. Thanks, and I can't wait to share all the exciting things we have coming up for you. That was the email. What is your response to them?
Hey there,
Okay.
my soon-to-be fasting from my presence colleague. First and foremost, allow me to clear up a misuterplistandication, a fun new word for a miscommunication I just made up. You see, I've been waiting to tell you this all along.
Oh, no.
I sent
Oh, no.
that email. Yes, Yes.
Wait,
me,
what?
Indisputable DougDoug. Now, could you please update my preferences to only tech updates for their fabulously designed games? Pretty please. I'm more interested in the engine running the games than the games themselves.
For the games.
A quick moment.
That's a
please.
weird email. And you're just gonna put that in the email. Of course.
He's getting into the email.
Oh, my apologies. I just had a coffee surge. Or maybe my body decided to perform an interpretative dance routine of a volcanic eruption.
That's going in the email.
Stupendous DougDoug E.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the perfect email.
Um,
in the middle of the email. Oh, quick moment, please. Oh, my apologies. I just had diarrhea. And send. Okay, this is going swimmingly.
At least this Doug has the confidence to admit when he shits himself.
Fair.
All right, let me find another one. Okay, this is a really wholesome one. I don't want to say... Dude, I'm going to feel bad.
Napoleon historically cheated in the
fine, we'll
game.
do it. This one is called A Couple Who Are Huge Fans. The email reads, Hello, DougDoug. My name is Sam, and I wanted to reach out because my boyfriend, Sam, proposed this past weekend.
Wait, Sam
we
and Sam?
absolutely love your videos. We see all the time people send their wedding
Pajama
invitations
Sam.
to their favorite vendors, business, icons, etc., and I would love to be able to send you one when it is time and ask you to sign it. My fiance is a huge gamer and is the sweetest human.
And now
who
he's
would
gonna
love
know about this
nothing more
idea.
than for your well wishes on her wedding day. I know you get a lot of fan mail, and
That's
I totally
awesome.
understand if you don't respond, but I thought I'd give it a shot, and I hope you will respond. We love your videos, and we are excited to see what you come up with next. We just finished your
Liz.
D&D game. Hilarious.
Oh, the D&D
Sending
game
you
was
and
so
Parkser
good.
The very best. Sam. P.S. I don't have a cute cat to send you. I'm sorry. What is your reply? I don't want him to shit in the email. It's such a nice email.
It is a really
Please,
nice
Penguin
email.
Doug. Well, it's too late. Abandoned ship. No. you're
This
stuck on
is
this ship.
this is the bed that they
Sam
made.
Times two. Well, aren't we living in some sort of parallel bubble? The email
Oh,
you just received. Well, I
no.
sent
He's gonna
that
have to
too.
send
A
another email.
rousing thank you to you for cherishing my
That'll be confusing.
DougDoug's videos and content. Firstly, a whopping congratulations on the engagement.
Okay.
That's
Do permit
great.
me to point out a slippery little snicklefritz. Snicklefritz. Noun. A made-up word that denotes anything and everything.
Sprankton,
You've
a
mentioned
noun,
your boyfriend
a disease
Sam
you get
and
from chewing
mentioned
too
her
much.
wedding day. Quite a gender bender conundrum we've got here.
I was a fake name.
Now, the notion of sending me a wedding invite just hit my sock doodles. I'm bamboozled and flattered. My tech-loving heart is a flutter. The more conventional way would be for me to receive the invitation, sign it,
Yes.
and send it back.
Yes.
But what if we flip the script?
No.
How about you send me an image of the invitation and I'll digitally sign it and pop it right back digital, less carbon footprint, and
Oh, that's
me,
so
when
bad.
I sign off. Remember to stock up on some diapers. Trust me, you'll need them after the reception. If you serve explosive chili. Don't ask me how. I know it's a long story.
Okay.
One last thing. No cats? I'm heartbroken, but will manage somehow. I'll retreat to my corner crying I tears, wishing you eternal joy and a bountiful harvest of love.
Okay.
At least it ended nice.
They will know not to serve chili at the wedding.
Nobody
I'm
serves
sending it.
chili at weddings.
And send.
They're
I'm
gonna
not
send
letting
another
you guys veto this and get out of the responsibility for hiring him.
Yeah, no,
Couple
this
gonna
is
be
their-
horrified, and that blood's on your hand. All right, Diarrhea Doug has turned out to be a little unhinged, so let's try having the Penguin Doug reply to one instead. He seemed a bit more normal. Thank God, a professional. Oh, here's a good one. Somebody suggested a fidget toy that I actually bought. This is a wholesome email from a fan. Let's see what Penguin Doug has to say. I love the idea that we have a company where you have like
13
the
days
hard-ass
ago?
who's willing to
Wait,
show
did
up
he
and just
film
be
this
an
in
asshole to
August?
somebody when needed. But then you have like the kind and caring employee who really understands how to be kind to the employees and make them feel welcome and loved. That's all assuming that Penguin Doug can actually give good dialogue, which is questionable. Welcome to the office, Penguin Doug. I'm so excited to have you here
what
on
was
the
in the
team.
email?
I've got an email for you to go ahead and answer
was gonna
for
read
me.
it out
The
loud,
email
so-
reads as following. Hello, my name is Sam. I've been inspired by your videos to develop a version of your Twitch chat plays on my own through C# for YouTube. Then I saw that you literally have all of the code available. Just
That's
wanted
cool.
to say thanks for saving me about 4 months of programming and testing.
I mean, you'd
appreciate
be
it.
better
a lot.
at it.
Keep doing great work, Sam.
It's
That's
good
it,
practice.
Just down the line, nice email.
Hey there, Sam. First of all, can we just acknowledge how amazing it is that you're already dipping your toes into programming?
That's awesome.
Major kudos there.
Wholesome.
But then again,
Penguin
it's
Doug's
like
more
given
normal.
the enormous passion and talent you're clearly
What
exhibiting,
traits did this
I
one
wouldn't
have?
be surprised if you could have knocked out that code in 3 months instead of. Love
this guy.
It's always fantastic to see DougDoug's content having this kind of like deep impact on his viewers. I mean, yes, I have to sift through all his videos. Not that I enjoy his bald banter or anything,
Bald
but like
banter.
occasionally
Why'd that
I get to
get
see
mentioned?
cool stuff from viewers like you. It's also an opportunity to see Parkser, who you could say is a sort of silver lining in this otherwise tedious task. It's like trying
Dude,
to figure
imagine
out
getting
which
this
subway
email
train is
response.
going to the
Imagine
east side and which
opening
one is
your
headed
phone,
towards the
checking email, and
dangerous
seeing
black market
this.
on the west side. Anyway, I hope you achieve success in your endeavors. If you ever need any other resource from this icy bunker called DougDoug's YouTube channel, don't hesitate to reach out. Also, if you got some viewers to spare, keep pushing forward. DougDoug's professional penguin secretary, P.S. the West Side. Where you might or might not be able to buy non-traditional snowball launchers. Just so we're clear, like, I don't imply anything. Just your own interpretation, you know?
He's trying to sell the guy black market snowball launchers.
That's
and
fine.
Scent. We have a clear delineation now. Penguin Doug is great at the like HR friendly.
He knows what to do.
Emails, right? And then Diarrhea Doug we bring in to whoop ass. Okay, this is about
Temu.
Temu,
Oh.
an online marketplace with
no.
diverse products that has been spamming me for random sponsorship deals for a long time.
Yep, I have a lot of
never
those
had the
too.
time and the energy to give these guys a real proper reply. But fortunately,
Same. I never do.
You don't need to say
I-
fuck Temu. None of you know what Temu is. Why are you
Everyone,
passionate?
no, they know what Temu is. I know what Temu
Chinese
is.
spyware. Okay. You know what? Honestly, I would love to
They're like
help
Wish.com.
Diarrhea into this response. If Diarrhea Doug sets you up with a sponsorship, you have to take it. Okay, Diarrhea
oh
Doug.
God.
Very
They'll
happy
probably
to have you
take
here
it.
in the
I don't-
office today. This email is titled Temu's YouTube
It's-
Influencer Partnership Application.
They
The
haven't
email
hit me
reads
up.
as follows.
There's a-
Hi there.
there's a,
Hope this
like,
email finds you well. I'm Jonathan from Temu. Temu
marketing
is an online
team.
marketplace where you can find diverse products with affordable prices,
Like,
and here's a website for reference.
when that
Attached
gets
files
brand deals
are
for
our
me.
presentation for your information.
Or
We're
loans
currently
me
looking
money.
for
I'm
talents
like-
with good quality content for social collaboration on YouTube and found you could be just the one for us. Therefore, we'd like to ask if you currently accept any brand collaboration. Let me know if your team is interested and feel free to share
don't
with
watch
us
the
any
videos,
feedback.
obviously.
Also, would you please share your proposed rate and the insight of your YouTube channel?
Proposed
If so,
rate.
we can move forward with our collaboration quickly. Have a
Oh
nice
wait,
day,
what number
Jonathan.
is he gonna say?
Dear Imposter Jonathan, first of all,
Imposter.
thanks for recognizing me, the real DougDoug, as having good quality content. I mean, who else would know better than the one and only DougDoug? I believe I was the first to contact you about this
Third
potential
person.
partnership. I'm glad
No,
to see
no,
you
they're gonna be so
responding.
confused.
Proposal, it's a resounding yes.
No.
But before moving forward, as the tech enthusiast that I am, I couldn't help but notice that your website, Tima.com, would benefit enormously from an upgrade from HTTP to HTTPS. Trust me, it'll completely metamorphosize your
Fix
SEOs
their
and
website.
UX.
What is the
and
difference
QRSs
between
and
the
all
two?
those
I remember
other
you used to
tech
put the
jazz
S
into Goldilocks
to get
forest.
past the
If you
school,
want, I lend a hand in this because, you know, I am
like
tachyonic.
blocking
Okay,
websites like
he's
Miniclip
offering
and
to
stuff
do
like
tech
that.
support.
Rates and insights of the channel. Since you're asking, my rate is 10 explosively poopy diapers per ad. Speaking of explosive diapers, wouldn't it be super amazing and hilarious if
What?
we invented a diaper brand
That's a-
that comes
that's
with
a-
a built-in
that's such a
explosion feature?
deal.
Of course, the explosion would be a harmless one. We don't want to anger the sun god after all.
The sun god.
I can't create a rock too heavy for him to lift, but my beloved sun god makes those explosions feel quite weightless. Wink, wink.
Now I understand the thumbnail. The thumbnail makes a lot of sense now.
He's shitting. He's taking a dump into the email.
Of course he is.
Apologies for the interruption. I seem to have some digestive issues. Speaking of digestion, let's digest this proposal further and iron out the details. Looking forward to more synergistic email volleying with you. Clearly the real DougDoug's clone.
Yeah.
Jonathan, plentiful sun blessings, DougDoug.
He called him a clone. Oh my god, it's the greatest email. I could never
I-
write something that good.
No,
Holy
that's
shit,
fair.
fucking
Yeah.
Send it. He opens by calling him an imposter. And then he says his rate is 10 explosively
I don't know
poopy
how you
diapers
respond to
per
that.
ad. And then ends with plentiful sun blessing.
Do they-
And
what do they
send.
say?
If this
Does he get
whole
responses?
stream
He has
results
to.
in the
Maybe
people
that's
at
why his
Temu
video's so
who
late.
spam emails at me having to shit into a diaper and mail it across the world, then this is a resounding success. God bless you, AI Doug. I am sold. I hated Diarrhea Doug.
He has
and
to
now
show a
you guys,
recap.
You are
What they-
geniuses.
what
You
they say
knew
back.
He was perfect for this company. Next up, I have an email from a billboard company that I reached out to ask them how much it would cost to put up a billboard in Los Angeles. Let's
A
have
lot.
Diarrhea Doug continue this conversation. Hi, Douglas. I'm Shelby, your personal account manager at Billboards Inn. Below, you'll find a link to your quoted options. Go ahead and browse
How much are
available
those?
inventory and see what we have to offer. I'd love to schedule some time
much
to
are
discuss
those?
your options, answer any questions, or assist
I guess
you
he
with the
doesn't want a
purchasing
billboard.
process if anything catches your eye. I look forward to chatting with you soon.
I mean, I guess
Shelby,
it
what
is
is your response to this email?
promotion
Shelby
for them.
needs to like run for
Hello,
cover.
Shelby, or should I say, Shelby? I see you impersonating me, trying to take over my position as DougDoug, but I gaze at your duplicity like a solar being shines onto a newly sprouted fern, and I say, not today. First off, let's acknowledge
okay.
the elephant in the room, or rather, the billboard. I don't need billboards, Shelby. As an entity made mostly of chlorophyll, I rely on the sun for all my needs, and I aim to convert as many people to this laudably luminous lifestyle. Although the idea of my explosive diaper for babies being displayed across American highways is intriguing.
Oh, no.
I think it's...
The bass just
He's
kicks
shitting
in.
himself? Oh, my apologies. Shelby, it seems like I've replicated the Big Bang in my own pants. The lactose in my coffee has a spirit that is a little too free. If you catch my drift. Back to business, though. I'm sure we can find a way to mutually benefit from our connection. So, Shelby, how about you drop an email detailing your best options? Eternally cringing DougDoug.
Oh my God. Poor Shelby.
That is.
Let's acknowledge the
I
elephant
want
in
to
the
see
room
what they
around
say
the
in
billboard.
response.
I don't need billboards, Shelby.
Holy crap.
Fucking power play and sent. This man is a fucking saint. It took us 5.5 hours to make 2 AIs.
To make
We
answer
replied
what
to
5
about
emails?
5
Yeah.
And in that time, I've gotten over 100 new emails. And as an added bonus, Temu has not sent me a single
That's
email
good.
since I did this.
That's
stream. Great job,
amazing.
Diarrhea Doug.
Okay. Well, that was something. I can't believe the Pajama Sam video was really 5 months ago. Is time really flown by? That felt like that video was forever ago. That, oh God. All these videos. God, I've reacted to so many DougDoug videos. I love them so much. There's a place on my channel with all of them. Whenever he uploads a new video, you know I'm probably going to react to it. Especially if you tell me, like, on other videos in the comment section. Because I do read every single comment, even on older videos. So leave them down below. I'll be live streaming today at 5 p.m. playing some Genshin Impact. Hopefully I can get to the co-op level where I can play with viewers and friends. And then tomorrow I'm streaming Undertale. First playthrough. It's my 3rd stream. I'm actually on a date with Papyrus right now. So that's something that's going on. I had a rare encounter last week, and that was a lot of fun. But I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope to see you back for the next video. Hope you're subscribed to those future videos. But until next one, take care, and cue the music.
We were playing